Okay. Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters. So Percy Jackson, Sea of Monsters is the next Percy Jackson movie. It's based on the Percy Jackson books, and I'm sure people are going to compare this movie to Harry Potter and say it's a Harry Potter ripoff. I respectfully do disagree. The Harry Potter movies are beloved movies based on beloved books. The Percy Jackson movies are based off of beloved books, but they're movies that people just don't really give a shit about. They don't care. No one cares. They care in that way that they care because it's on. Like they're at home, they're like, all right, Food Network star's over. What's on HBO? Oh, Percy Jackson. Well, I guess I'll watch it while I still can't find Waldo as one elusive bastard. So Percy Jackson, it is pretty much Harry Potter. I mean, if we're just getting it out there, it's true. Instead of a school, they can't have a school because that would really be ripping Harry Potter off, so now they hang out at day camp. They're hanging out at summer camp, they're at Camp Candy for special people who are half gods, and now Percy Potter, Hermione, and Black Ron have to go out there and save the day. It's an interesting premise, it is. And in that, I can say the books are probably good, but this movie's just not good. It has weak characters portrayed by weak actors. I don't even know if the actors are weak. I'm just saying they're not good in this movie. The heroes are generic, the villains are cookie cutter. Kevin Bacon-ish is just gonna be a big baddie. It's a mess. And you can tell they're holding back because the whole thing is made for kids. At least in Harry Potter, you had death spells. You felt like kids could die even though kids weren't dying. At least not yet. This movie just has no suspense. They get this golden fleece that can raise people from the dead. At that point, you're like, all right, anyone dies, they can get brought back to life. There's no suspense there. Percy Jackson has this pen that he clicks and turns into a sword. That's awesome. That's great. And when he's going up against dudes, what does he do? Starts hitting them with the handle of it because, my God, it's a kid's movie. You can't slaughter people and cut them down, which is kind of like Leonardo in Ninja Turtles. He has his swords, and in the movies, he can't just like slash a foot soldier down the middle. Knowing it's a disgruntled teenager, that would just be bad, I guess. Although that would be awesome to see. But at least Leonardo, if he's not going to slaughter people with his sword, he'll do some hurricane kick. He still has his ninjutsu. Percy Jackson doesn't know how to fight. He doesn't do shit. All he has is his sword that he hits people with the butt of, which is pretty much the least effective way to use that sword. So it's like, oh yeah, good job, kid. What are you, handicapping yourself on purpose? Now you're just dumb. I do like how they mix lore into our world. I like seeing that kind of stuff. It's really creative. But again, I feel like that's a concept that's in the book, so I give the books credit for that. This movie just takes the concepts from the books and just doesn't make it. I haven't read the Percy Jackson books. I don't know. They could be a piece of shit. But I just feel like they're better than this movie. There's not much to say about Percy Jackson. Honestly, there really is not. The trials that people are going through, you're like, all right, you're gonna do this, and of course you're gonna end up bonding. All right, that's pretty cliche. Of course you're gonna get this idea, and you're gonna show her that you're actually a warrior. All right, yeah, that's pretty cliche. Everything that happens in this movie is the most uninspired and lazy way to go about it. If that Harry Potter was too polished in every way, shape, and form, don't worry, you got Percy Jackson here for you. Because of the generic entertainment factor for kids, and the fact that I like Greek mythology, and they do incorporate that into our modern world well enough for kids, I'm not gonna dog shit this movie up. I want to, but I'm just not going to. I will say you're not gonna remember this movie in T-minus a few hours. Yep, already forgot. Coolest part is with the Cyclops. One scene in the movie is the coolest part of the movie, but it's kind of like having a herpes outbreak, and you're like, well, that one day didn't hurt as much as the other days. Doesn't make it good. All right, so generic fantasy movies that try to be Harry Potter that just fail miserably at it. Something that you can tell is trying to fill the Harry Potter void and just isn't quite hitting it. Whatever it is, comment below, let me know. And as always, if you like what you've seen here and you want to see more, click right here to see more.